Welcome all, my dear friends. Let us continue our journey in the world of IPR by a series of question sets of the Patents Act 1970 and the Patents Rules 2003. Questions only can give us freedom from our mental cages. So, never stop questioning. Okay. So, with this beautiful thought, let us continue our journey in the question series. We never ask, why do the flowers bloom instead of all the oppositions from the weather? Friends, this is nature, but we are dealing with the legal world where we need to ask questions and we need to get the reasonings for the answers of the questions. Okay, so with this beautiful thought, let us proceed to our question set. Question number 1. Amendment of patent granted to deceased applicant is the subject matter addressed in which section of the Patents Act 1970? The answer is section 44. Okay, so please refer section 44 of the Patents Act 1970, and also I have kept the old slide from my first lecture here to refresh our memory. Okay, so let us have a look. Form number 10 is application for amendment of patent. The relevant section is section 44, that is amendment of patent granted to deceased applicant. Okay, the relevant rule is rule number 75, that is amendment of patent under section 44. Okay, so by memorizing this slide alone, we can answer a number of questions related to this. Fine, let us proceed. Question number 2. Where at any time after a patent has been granted in pursuance of an application under the Patents Act 1970, the controller is satisfied that the person to whom the patent was granted had died, or in the case of a body corporate had ceased to exist before the patent was granted, the controller may amend the patent. Now, the question is it true? That means whether this whole statement is correct or not. Okay, so let me read it again actually. Where at any time after a patent has been granted, okay, that means this is the condition is after the grant of the patent. Okay, in pursuance of an application under the Patents Act 1970 as per the Patent Act, the controller is satisfied that the person to whom the patent was granted, that means the patentee to whom the patent was granted, had died. Okay, and for this case the controller must be satisfied. Okay, or in the case of a body corporate, if the that means this is not a case of an individual, this is a case of a corporate, then if it had ceased to exist before the patent was granted, this is the condition. Okay, if this conditions avail, then the controller may amend the patent. Now we will answer whether this statement is true or not. Okay, and the answer is yes, this statement is very much true. Fine, and for this please refer section 44 of the Patents Act 1970. Fine, let us proceed. Question number 3. If the controller gets to know that the person to whom the patent was granted had died, he may amend the patent by substituting the name of the person to whom the patent ought to have been granted. Is it true? Now you can just correlate between question 2 and question 3, that up to this, we can say up to this was covered in the question 2, and here the extension here is by substituting the name of the person to whom the patent ought to have been granted. Yes, when you refer section 44 of the Patents Act 1970, you will find that this statement is very much true. So yes, the answer is it is true. Fine, let us proceed. Question number 4. For a corporate body which ceased to exist before the patent was granted, the controller may amend the patent by substituting the name of the person to whom the patent should be granted. Is it true? Yes, it is very much true, and for this please refer section 44 of the Patents Act 1970. Question number 5. Amendment of specification before appellate board or high court is addressed in section. This question indicates in which section. Fine. So the answer is section 58. Okay. And what is section 58? The title of section 58 is Amendment of Specification before appellate board or high court. Fine. We can see here that this section does not come from the slide we were using from our first lecture. Okay. But is this term, that means amendment, comes from this section, there may be a question. Okay. Or we can say that this section may be a correlated one. That's why this question is given here. Fine. Okay. Question number 6. Application for amendment of patent shall be filed in which form? So here for this question we can very well refer our slide. What is form 10? Form 10 is application for amendment of patent. Application for amendment of patent. So the answer will be form number 10. Okay. We can again repeat it. Form 10 is application for amendment of patent. So better you memorize this. You can answer very well a number of questions. Question number 7. Amendment of patent under section 44 is the subject matter addressed in which rule of the Patents Rules 2003? Now we will go here. Amendment of patent granted to deceased applicant. This is the section, that is section 44. And what it is written here? Rule 75, amendment of patent under section 44. And yes, this matches with our title here. Amendment of patent under section 44. Amendment of patent under section 44. Okay, that means this indicates rule 75. So the answer will be rule number 75. Fine. Question number 8. An application under section 44 for the amendment of a patent shall be made in form 10 along with substantiating evidence and be accompanied by the patent. This is the statement for which rule of the Patents Rule 2003? Patents Rules 2003. The answer is rule number 75. Okay. So please refer to rule number 75. Okay. Also, what is form number 10? This is application for amendment. And what is section 44? That is amendment of patent granted to deceased applicant. Fine. Question number 9. Chapter 8 of the Patents Act 1970 bears the title Grant of Patents and Rights Conferred Thereby. Okay. What is the range of the sections? Okay. So you can very well remember this, that chapter 8 has the title Grant of Patents and Rights Conferred Thereby, and this chapter bears the sections starting from 43 and ending at 53. Fine. Now the last question, that is question number 10. Whenever we talk about amendments in the Patents Act 1970, which chapter normally comes into mind and what sections it carry? The answer is chapter 10 of the Patents Act 1970, and this carries section starting from 57 and ending at section 59. Fine. For this, please refer chapter 10, that is amendment of applications and specification. Okay friends, so this way all the 10 questions for question set number 16 are completed. So please go through each question. Please go through the individual videos that are prepared by me earlier, that is for section 44 and rule number 75, so that your understanding will be very much clear. Okay, so keep learning, keep enjoying. Fine. The reference is Patents Act 1970 as amended by Amendment Act 2005 and the Patents Rules 2003 as amended by Amendment Rules 2021. Okay friends, thank you all for watching my video and listening to me. Okay, so please like, share and subscribe the channel, and please put down your compliments, comments and queries in the comment box. Thank you. God bless you. Stay safe, stay blessed. Jai Hind.